for Africa's liberation and unity. It is good for our cause to have a periodic meeting of this kind to examine our position in the great struggle to rid Africa completely and forever of imperialism and its handmaidens, colonialism and neocolonialism. Africa is rich and not poor. As the great wealth that has been taken out of our continent over 5 centuries of spoliation and extortion very well proves. Africa has immense actual and potential wealth: gold, diamond, copper, manganese, bauxite, iron ore, uranium, asbestos, chrome, cobalt, a host of other minerals. Our essential agricultural produce have all been drained away by colonialist imperialism. Africa is far from being poor. It is Africans who are poor, not Africa. And they are poor because of the uncounted profit that has been made out of the exploitation of their labor and their lands. If we are being baited to enter a European community, we must have something that community needs, and needs badly, when it pretends to offer a bonus by way of aid. When Greeks come bearing grapes, should we not look them well in the mouth, if I may mix my metaphor? But I'm sure you get my meaning. I raise this point so that it will stay in your minds when you may be tempted by the seductive promises of new colonialism to forget the real character of colonialist imperialism and be persuaded away from your own true interests and those of Africa. For today, we must each see ourselves as part of Africa in order that we may face colonialist imperialism and its new form, neocolonialism, on a continent-wide front. This requires some plain speaking. And for the sake of Africa, let us speak plainly. As I see it, our greatest danger stems from disunity and the inability to see that the realization of our hopes and aspirations, the realization of our objective of total African independence, and of our future progress and prosperity is inextricably bound up with the necessity to unify our policy and actions in connection with the continued struggle for independence and the greater task of economic and social reconstruction beyond it. We must therefore face the issue of African unity now, for only unity will make the artificial boundaries and regional demarcations imposed by colonialism obsolete and superfluous. African unity will thus provide an effective remedy for border disputes and internecine troubles. In a united Africa, there could be no frontier claims between Ethiopia and Somalia, or between Zanzibar and Kenya, Guinea or Liberia, or between Ghana, Togoland, and the Ivory Coast. Because we would regard ourselves as one great continental family of nations. Some of the leaders, it must be confessed, do not see the struggle of their brother Africans as part of their own struggle.
Doctors, nurses, and engineers who have ever
do not see the struggle of their brother Africans as part of their own struggle. Even if they did, they would not be free to express their solidarity. These rifts are consciously created by the imperialists between the Africans, where they can sit back and watch with sly satisfaction, as well as contempt for those who fail to see how they are being used against Africa's best interests. Regrettably, those states include some who were among the freedom fighters of yesterday and who haven't won their independence, are willing to drop it for some token aid, and thereby deny to those still struggling for freedom even their moral support. Here is a phenomenon against which all African freedom fighters must be on their guard and resist to the utmost. Even though I appreciate the difficulties facing us, I must admit, I find it strange to watch some of us returning willingly to the colonialist fold. This time, they don't even have the excuse of being forced to subject themselves to foreign domination. It makes one wonder, why so much effort and sacrifice and so many lives were given up to the achievement of independence in the first place, if it can only be so quickly and easily surrendered. We must begin to build immediately our own continental common market. For it is easy for anyone who studies the common market organization closely to realize that the common market is aimed at harnessing the African countries to satisfy the profit lust of the imperialist bloc and to prevent us from following an independent neutralist policy. It is easy to see that the imperialists and the colonialists are determined to retain the African countries in the position of suppliers of cheap raw materials. If we do not resist this threat, and if we throw in our lot with the common market, we shall doom the economy of Africa to a state of perpetual subjection to the economy of Western Europe. This will, of course, hinder the industrialization of our young African states. It is impossible to think of economic development and national independence without possessing an unfettered capacity for maintaining a strong industrial power. The activities of the common market are therefore fraught with dangerous political and economic consequences for the independent African states. The organization constitutes an attempt to replace the old system of colonial exploitation by a new system of collective colonialism, which will be stronger and more dangerous than the old evils we are striving to liquidate from our continent. This is another reason why we should come together in a unified African economic plan, which, operating on a continental scale, can make a solid attack on the imperialist domination in Africa. We should, without delay, aim at the creation of a joint African military command. There is little wisdom in our present separate effort to build up and maintain defense forces, which, in any case, would be ineffective in a major world conflict. If we examine this problem realistically, we would ask, which single African state could protect itself against an imperialist aggressor? And how much more difficult this would be when some states are allowing the imperialists to maintain bases on their territories. I have already referred to the military forces which South Africa is raising and the danger it poses for the new African states and the struggle of those still in chains. Only our unity can provide us with anything like adequate protection. Those problems can best be met within a unified Africa. And it should be possible in the higher reaches of our endeavor to devise a constitutional structure which will secure the objectives I have outlined, and yet preserve the sovereignty of each of the countries joining the Union. Countries within the Union will naturally maintain their own constitutions, continue to use their own national emblems and national anthems and other symbols and paraphernalia of sovereignty. Regional associations and territorial groupings can only be other forms of balkanization unless they are conceived within the framework of a continental union. There are existing models which we can modify or adapt to our pattern. The United States of America, the Soviet Union, India and China have proved the efficacy of unions embracing large stretches of land and population. Long live African freedom fighters. Long live African independence. Long live your struggle. And long live African unity.
Thank you. boy ye struggle ye ma yenya ye independent womo and ye celebrate womo saying, since 1958. For message in the fire, Facebook Live, Neat 100.9 FM. Neat 100.9 FM. And I said, we'll call your me pages so Mark Jerry or say Agyeman. Mark Jerry or say Agyeman, but you may follow, then you can also watch the programs. Well, it's a good morning to you, Mark Jerry. Listening to you live in Wa. And you Suleiman Idrisu. Yes, Suleiman on the Facebook Live, Joe Samba. Daniel Zoka from Teshin. Also, Mark Jerry, good morning to you. I'm watching you live. And now, Frank Stone. Also, good morning, Mark Jerry. We are watching you live from Kitase, the incoming assembly member for Kitase Electric area. You are the best, as I always say. All right, thank you very much, my brother. I wish you well. And then, before Kitase, my before. Okay, Ruby, now say good morning to you, Mark Jerry, live on the Facebook. Facebook for what's over here? Okay, Starboy is over here. Also, I'm watching you live and clear. Yes, in be away your plural founders. Dodo kabia. Dodo kabia. Founders. Okay. Yentu ni biem. Now also bra Facebook. Baba ma Samba. Richmond Juagbe. Wow, idi minim se maboni ya. Rich Mais. Hey, there be o mention de ni o. Rich Mais Juagbe. I say good morning to you, Mark Jerry. I'm enjoying your show this morning. Greetings to all the people of Sabiawo of Jolo. Jolo Quita. Wow. Jolo Quita. Wishing them happy Founders Day. Okay. It's more Sabiawo. Jolo Quita. Ijidisa Volta region. Wishing you happy Founders Day. Where your rich mice. Juagbe. And Edemawi. Richard Dohecho. Wow. Volta region for the Omu Jinemakasa. Richard Dohecho. I'll say good morning to you, Mark Jerry. I'm wishing my people happy Founders Day. Also, why not wishing a happy Founders Day on a holiday edition of Ghana Montie on it 100.9. Meaning the Mark Jerry or say AGYEMANG. Series of interviews nearby, mate. Yes, NTB.
The Great African Leadership Series, where we feature great inspirational speeches and quotes from African leaders.
Fellow freedom fighters, comrades and friends, long live African freedom fighters. Long live African independence. Long live your struggle. And long live African unity. Support. Here is a phenomenon against which all African freedom fighters must be on their guard and resist to the utmost. Even though I appreciate the difficulties facing us, I must admit, I find it strange to watch some of us returning willingly to the colonialist fold. This time, they don't even have the excuse of being forced to subject themselves to foreign domination. It makes one wonder, why so much effort and sacrifice and so many lives were given up to the achievement of independence in the first place, if it can only be so quickly and easily surrendered. We must begin to build immediately our own continental common market. For it is easy for anyone who studies the Common Market Organization closely to realize that the common market is aimed at harnessing the African countries to satisfy the profit lust of the imperialist bloc and to prevent us from following an independent neutralist policy. It is easy to see that the imperialists and the colonialists are determined to retain the African countries in the position of suppliers of cheap raw materials. If we do not resist this threat, and if we throw in our lot with the common market, we shall doom the economy of Africa to a state of perpetual subjection to the economy of Western Europe. This will, of course, hinder the industrialization of our young African states. It is impossible to think of economic development and national independence without possessing an unfettered capacity for maintaining a strong industrial power. The activities of the common market are therefore fraught with dangerous political and economic consequences for the independent African states. The organization constitutes an attempt to replace the old system of colonial exploitation by a new system of collective colonialism, which will be stronger and more dangerous than the old evils we are striving to liquidate from our continent. This is another reason why we should come together in a unified African economic plan, which, operating on a continental scale, can make a solid attack on the imperialist domination in Africa. We should, without delay, aim at the creation of a joint African military command. There is little wisdom in our present separate effort to build up and maintain defense forces, which, in any case, would be ineffective in a major world conflict. If we examine this problem realistically, we would ask, which single African state could protect itself against an imperialist aggressor? And how much more difficult this would be when some states are allowing the imperialists to maintain bases on their territories. I have already referred to the military forces with South Africa. is raising and the danger it poses for the new African states and the struggle of those still in chains. Only our unity can provide us with anything like adequate protection. Those problems can best be met within a unified Africa, and it should be possible in the higher reaches of our endeavor to devise a constitutional structure which will secure the objectives I have outlined, and yet preserve the sovereignty of each of the countries joining the Union. Countries within the Union will naturally maintain their own constitutions, continue to use their own national emblems and national anthems and other symbols and paraphernalia of sovereignty. Regional associations and territorial groupings can only be other forms of balkanization unless they are conceived within the framework of a continental union. There are existing models which we can modify or adapt to our pattern. The United States of America, the Soviet Union, India and China have proved the efficacy of unions embracing large stretches of land and population. Long live African freedom fighters. Long live African independence. Long live your struggle. And long live African unity.
Fagana sheninsa enuna wo your my papa enuna wo odo my woman, and no around na yes, adore my woman, and no around me, and no na woo your mind, papa, and no na woo adore my woman, and no around na yes, adore my woman, and no around me.
I need to come a viney. A lolona would do call. A the mealy.
No how what your man you be, papa. No lewo yes so more. So more, oh man. No bear walk by. So more can oh man. No
Chiche kwade ke dangarini. Chiche
Ye ba be di o my Ghana mon komo.
Shuna karika.
Wo hwe eni a me boy ye.
So
Wo hwe eye nipa ye celebrate yo mo. Edi kanfo a wo mo so man ni mo. Wo mo struggle independent. E ma Ghana ye nya ye fa hodi ye. Na pa grant na pa grant ya de ne kan hodi. Me kura da bia na meka osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Meka book be struggle for independence. And no cry ye be refini din. Na oka eye osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na wo fa bia. O hwe no enye sanka wantumi anko school. Say no wo fa no ye money din o. Sande wofa no ye money dey. But then you no pa na ebo osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ye ne ma me nua bema. Anka ye be ne dey na ka oka nkrofo. So be kwa ma no ne ade nyina. The wofa na di mutintima di ni sika. Na ho de dey support on. Yankwa ya nima ha ye need 100.9. Jumedi ye friend Ghana Montie. Holiday edition ene yaba betine mu a ye de dwendwen ye ho. Onala bonsa se ana onte ase se ana radio for na edu holiday ana mo bonyom sa. Bibi se no mo pe. Me sorry se be bonyom na je se wenya ni mienu na ekọ. We say I feel some kind of rising spirit anytime I hear Eddie Kamfumbo. My God bless you. No me that say. Obiso the photo ma ye leaders. Photo na yirawo on the Facebook live. Also my advice to our leaders, they should build a legacy. Ayo. Leaders and nothing as open. Professor Kofi Anoche or entrepreneur. Or your real estate developer both in Ghana and United States of America. Now you Ghana near OCC and Diane Tong. No CB or Ghana haton, SNCB US ton there. And it's not the so say wait, second the man cry 1 million make him rebuild. On the one for the cabaret, because I say 1 million, not the cabaret, what's the same? Also 1 million and I also 1 million I say open. Professor Kofi Anoche.
Yes, boss.
Hey, yet on can't you?
Annie.
Because US a giant hosa. Oh my God, I had you. US no cry, dear. You come back. Chrome new chrome. The baby okay.
Erade I don't know.
Yet the young company. The Yamiasa pa na more entrepreneurs and also no atmosphere no to send the mamo.
Well, atmosphere in the Ghana had it's quite difficult. But
difficult. Oh.
Yeah, difficult. Difficult still. Very, very difficult. Especially not with the business Jumana more but you see say in Nipan bread.
Yeah.
Now the number of people who come to you in a day, no. Our muhiam one has quadrupled.
Is
sometimes
I know one obitimi fro catch say me pancho Marjorie Misro pa me ya 20 cities. I am now over say nipa dia grow.
Yeah, sometimes you know. Obedrin some mood dia grow, but
but that a reality.
Yeah. So you need to save the situation.
That 20 cities, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you need to save the situation because one year you may not know. The next time if you are betting in Kano, let's just say, how do you express yourself? When you be you be soon, then say nipano. When you say nipano, I was or ya on the moon, and I said, what and we are home so I said one man. So why are you that?
Yeah,
and all of that is a mixed feeling. I think it's the times are not very good for.
The times are not good for us.
Yes, we are in a very difficult situation.
But Anna, young penny for so catching say, I wish you more. Finance Minister last week, more or the better you also. Yenya ratio say by 2025. Ebe ye. Sa ratio mono ese yejitum.
Oh yes, say that is leadership. Leadership inspire.
Yeah, okay.
Even when the times are hard, you don't give in. When you are giving in a chrono bebutu. The only
inspire on Crawford.
You have to continue to inspire the people so that they will continue to follow you. And that is one of the qualities of leadership. For sure, your friend is saying you solve problems, you don't complain. In addition to what your followers are doing. And in times like this, the only thing I want me here is to continue to inspire us. They cannot tell us, hey, you said you're more kind of no, they can't do that. Almost giving in, we have to find a new solution.
But the inspirational nature, you when it does what?
Oh, why not? Say, area said I only yes, unim there we na only any that so be that is the saying, my boy. Things can change. Say we were somewhere before we got here. Near baby and Sunny bedrew her. And why not? Area mun yeah, Miss Akrana, right? And definitely say 2025 it's a long time from here. Yeah, it's a long time from here. And hopefully we should be able to be fine. Say it's a new leadership on this, but looking at where we are going, the leadership. When I say leadership, we can reshuffle and other things. The leadership, most of the ministries and ministers, they are not working. I have a vision. I share with you. Go and perform my vision. Put it to Papa. So now most sorry another day. And Papa no say be now or no so whom moboni and many seven so many.
Maybe I don't believe in loyalty into who the entire
loyalty.
Loyalty.
You don't have to be loyal to the only people What about the rest of the Ghanaians who voted for you? Won't check your vote over 5 million plus or something they vote for you. So your loyalty must at least, if not for the whole Ghanaians, the rest of the people who voted for you must be taken care of. You have set up some people to represent your interests, so far as their interests, so far as your vision is concerned. And if those people are not delivering the goods, why continue to maintain them? No amount of excuse will help you.
And because the back stop with the president.
Because the back stop with you. He has to do something, otherwise he's in charge. He's in charge because you are in charge. And you cannot, but nothing goes without you. And definitely, Nana should sit up. If you are by a time between now and 2024 and 2025, there's a lot of time. You can change things. Don't look at it. Say, oh, mama, me that. Don't cry for mama, me. They are already good. They are good. They are good to go. What is the minister be complaining? Said the other people are complaining and other rest.
And that's all. I don't know why or complaining. Basically, what?
No. Say you can complain to yourself. And other people, one or two, they are enjoying. Some of them are enjoying money. And definitely, Nana should set up. Once it up, it will get worse. That is what I see. We can only be encouraged by the words that you say, but it must be backed by actions.
Okay.
Yes, Obe say pragmatic actions. I would say yes. It has a direction and a purpose. We haven't seen that yet, and we still borrow. We still are having to survive with. We haven't seen any positive decisions. We are looking at it. It will end here. Where are those? And unlike those times now, say you see clear results ahead of the HIPIC and other things.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives you a sense of hope and inspiration. Say, oh, at this time you do this, at this time you do this. Where are those things now? We still borrow, we still having to do all those old things now. We are even sinking them all. Right? The way fancy your friends saying
IMF.
The essence is to whatever.
Sustaining economy.
But it comes with interest. So definitely it has its own repercussions which are coming. And it's a loan, it's not a grant. If
I know they say loan and
at least working out for grant and other things could have been the situation. But you just come to sustain the dollar from going up. And definitely the money will finish. Then what next? We go back again. So can we continue?
Where
is that coming? Oil, are we getting new oil force? I don't know about that. But where are those new income going to come to sustain, to make the whole thing sustainable? Apart from businesses, they are dead. I said they are dying. By now they are dead. Most of them are dead. And out of that, now we have income. These incomes are not coming. Our expenditure continues to go up because of social issues. They are all pulling you out. You say, oh, I say, turn yourself around, I take decisions. People will say, yes, in case these decisions work out, this is how it's going to be. We haven't seen that yet since we came out from HIPIC and all those that. It's the same old story. I don't think they can only say it and we can only believe it, maybe with a pinch of salt or something. But to bank your hope, say that is what is going to happen automatically. It's going to happen. We haven't seen those signs, but we are only hoping against hope. Say
hoping against hope.
Yes, we're hoping against the hope. Say things will work out. But from where I sit now, what they've been doing over the years and what is being done now, there isn't anything new to.
What ye entrepreneur? I just say, why ye Juma Cherry ye? Ghana ha. Abaya who do be brave. And Ababe for winning. What's I international entrepreneur? Because US and so would do and also we ye with Juma. Comparatively, what shall a year the space are Ghanaian investors a future.
Yeah, at the moment it's on a darker side. Well, shall say no will be a question be I think it touched my one thing with Africans, in general, which Ghana is part of it, and it's we adore under the democratic dispensation, we are adoring our politicians more than the business community, right? And that is very, very wrong. I don't think the economy no they be any of fun. Why would you have to adore politicians who come to take your money and to use your money the way he wants it, instead of adoring somebody who creates jobs and give you money? Among these two people, who are in a field of in a democratic dispensation, the most important personnel is the entrepreneur and not the businessman. And not the politician.
The politician.
Those honorables, they don't have anything. When you go to the US and other, if you're a senator, you call it a senator this. All those titles now, the more money are what is what is killing, because they are. It's what is killing the business community. They arrogate themselves to certain height, which they are not supposed to be there. They want to be rich overnight. They want, instead of you to adore the business community, adore them, push them to whatever level, because in a fully democratic dispensation, the government doesn't create any jobs. Production near there, I don't know. What they do is that they create the needed atmosphere for business to strive. What I say, I don't know. So I don't see their big deal. And I'm still referring to other places. They don't call them those honorables, Those kind of titles now they member politicians and any countries, Because one man arrogating could do a certain height or as against somebody who is creating businesses or trying to put in a computer in a war point. point just to create jobs for people, just to pay them, and even just to go ahead to pay taxes to the government. Now, what don't know friend who say what don't know what they know our friend who honorable, they know our friend who say what don't know is so much important.
But they are the policy makers, the policy implementers. Women they steer the affairs of the nation.
Oh. You see,
because you know, more entrepreneurs and women are getting frank and assurance. So women created the congenial atmosphere. Okwa China, woman to me a year period be woman so woman baby creative billionaires.
yes.
20 as woman to me 20 billionaires within a specific period of time.
Yeah, and I make sure say they are part of us.
Yeah.
But they have been over adored. Now we can your friend say power grant.
Yes, power grant.
One of the business
financiers,
very good. And so it started not today.
Yeah.
Me and Mimi de Misika free afar we free America. Now we the day or honum now we movement. Now we banner Mimi de Misika a sponsor or we be nipa no. More can nipa kra me mfa. And that is the kind of culture we
Oh, okay.
Okwa America, how many politicians do you hear of them?
Yeah.
Okwa America is all about Abranti, your friend saying it's all about before a Trump be a politician, it's all about all those big sikafono, your friends, omo control Bill Gates.
The Bill
Gates about what they are doing. It's about the inventions. It's about them. The politicians are just below there because we are servant lead. You are supposed to. Yeah, awesome. In our case, it's not like that. So we man Land Cruiser. Somebody will be want to motor crada, mutimi Land Cruiser. Just because we are honorable. Honorable in so you see, the structures are there and you are supposed to go by it. You see, the kind of a perception, wrong perception they are politicians in any country, and it didn't start from their time. And I make a sure say power grant now one didn't see business tycoon. Why you sponsor? They could have locked these businesses everywhere because no timber or whatever.
Yeah,
he's a big man. When I made him push you, and that is what is happening to us. One more say to opposition. But outdoor she said you are no longer an important person. And it cut across. I'm say more among some presenters and some you need to you see you create false impressions so far as for the politicians is concerned. And by so doing, you are not helping them because you are putting undue pressure on them. And about this, then cry go fear. You want them to yes, how do you want them to survive? Instead of so they have to strive to do what they are not supposed to do. The any council almost for because 1 year, next 4 years about so you are creating unnecessary pressure for the politician, and he has to survive with it because it's in business to survive. Political science. Church and statistics in our school. Also, you're engineer. How do you want the political? Me, I'm a political science. I have to chop because we are in a political environment. And whatever I've been taught in school, I was me implementing. And the environment, people haven't seen me. So it's about time one. Everybody, especially more yame amamo akwenya muti mukasa nkrofo the way for presenters no monto mo asin helium. Because by so doing, you are putting undue pressure on them. Yes, you Christo Bass as no. Or ya on one day from peso be a bedding, apart from the swing for no. Into be your bomb man just to dodge pressure. So when sometimes pressure come, a bit me say pressure come. Yeah, I may not have but the most important thing is born in crowd now opposite or dodging from people anytime I always suppose you be hey. So anybody in issue you are just killing the person. Until more politicians and also most of them do that level, they are stealing, they are doing all sort of things to get them going, Until I think that they have been overhyped, and as a result, for them to be able to sustain that level, it calls for attention. Na ejumedi edi asho mo nsase kona kweshembra wo ye Minister for Trade and Industry. Make sure say unjedi foi na wo mo welfare o mine jedi be koso bibia ti say you have a whole thing to think about. Nte ya so de ma onye time obey your more president this honorable. You see, so those kind of things are not helping the politicians themselves, and they know for sure say it's not helping them. I believe say they would have preferred to live a very sober life and then to think and to reflect. Because and here easy, the time to reason no we are there adesua.
Yeah.
What they are do sabe na adesua si ho. Adesua na den si adesua. Everybody knows that.
Oscar said I saw graduating chair.
Oh yes. Into no.
Now what then ogususun ade?
Oh, yeah, I say warm in a drink. Yeah, warm just to keep it warm. And that is how it is. And basically, no, the Ghanaian community, no, they haven't realized the importance of the entrepreneur and I said the business person in building the Ghana that we all look for. They think say it's all about the good politician. The politician cannot do anything without the help of the financier or the businessman.
Yeah.
And we kill our entrepreneurs. Ghana, our perception, we say every businessman is a thief. He might be stealing. Me, I made my dream.
Juma.
Na me try my taxes, they ma buying. Na me create jobs. Me move up and down. No. When I am rewarded, they see the person as a thief. Now, at a point in one's life, what happens is that it's a obo brana drew baby. Say, Yami knew more, I won't person be a Juma Crabium because we share what we have achieved. Now, Oshe, dear Osha wonder Kawanima, Utumuse, Fakamedri, Samanya Juma Bium Cra, said many problem. Yet something keeps you going. Into Sancrofono, and I was a Mohena. Mutimi because at certain stage they don't want to grow again.
Yeah.
What I say, and the woman say, Muntumu buas na pampa politicians.
The politicians,
because Mubanas are more how Mwankasa than say you are not helping them. Now, more raising the image of the businessman, the business community, right? So I will discover fee.
Yeah.
Okay. And when we do that, the country will grow. And yes, they will steal. They will continue to steal. They will lie to us. They will do everything negative. So far as your friend is saying, their deliverables are concerned. Omejumo is concerned. That is what I see.
All right, how you need 100 points now, Professor Kofi Anoche, or your entrepreneur, entrepreneur, or your business person, or your politician, on your need come on. The answer said, "Yeah, enorma, woman, Gwaku, one come on into which your eyes are moody step with the thoughts. Now, powers no cry, that are powers up paper. Anyway, I need 100.9. What do we message in the BFA 050-372-1744? And WhatsApp, I work on Facebook, and also you need 100.9 FM. I can't send them a series of interviews, sir. Yeah, be yeah, wahap. 80, my entry, Bibi to say, say, who say, your technical education, your technical and vocational education. Now, trappy. I bet you buy your so much pijama and many director general the man your commission for technical and vocational education and training. I mean, no, it didn't come over her. And I know Chilemo, I bet you a year $60 million as grants in your loan. Grant. And now, Odema a skills development fund. Yadema nipa one more is Anujuma. Ye share so betimia ye a beam. Na wetimia fenipa. So, I say, and your capital infusion. A when ye sika ye de mount, I bet me be those skills. A dear be a wee be no betimi be a can one night me a boama wa fendi pebi. A de akaho. Wama shall see, I want me really first 100 million Ghana cedis. I want more ebabe the second call. Such initiative, saying that in terms of job creation, in terms of establishing entrepreneurs in our country.
Thank you. You see, one of the things I mean what this particular government is a fantastic idea, poor implementation.
Okay.
The MPP has led by Nana Adono. The ideas, most of the way, and the visions, most of them were very, very, very fantastic, or are still fantastic. But they have issues with implementation. Okay? Why am I saying so in general? your friend is, I don't want to go back to talk about one village, one dam, one district, one factory, and all of them, Ghana beyond aid. I don't want to go and talk about that. But what it is that, in particular to this technical and vocational education, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, implementation is still I don't see
a challenge.
Yes, I don't see it. If per what you are telling me is the case, I don't see it well.
Okay.
Why? Me, your friend saying, didn't make us, look, if you have seen technical education to be paramount in the building of this country, frustrate the other forms of education. Let the brilliant student gear their attention towards technical.
How do you frustrate it?
Okay, so I would say, one, technical school, or technical and vocational school, memo free.
TVET. Okay.
Boarding school be free.
Okay.
Okay, oko normal secondary schools now ba beka brofo no a. O boarding fee no betua.
Oh, okay.
So in a way no, we dey no abet to stop.
Okay.
Right?
It's a free education and a free SHSC.
Yes.
Because
you need your brilliant ones. To some of us, no, no, it is by grace and yet me right technical. Yes, because me we 6 form na me kwa your friend say na me pay medicine. For 1 or 2 reasons, I found myself in Accra Polytechnic reading building technology, HND. I saw say it is by grace because saying yeah, never cross so many, nothing was changing my mind.
Okay.
Right. Now beating me and me HND, I saw say, oh, the practical aspect and before I reached school, I knew everything on the building. So that was by grace. Because that was not the initial plan.
Okay.
So this is where am I today. Me microphone no mukoye me binim koye raw mathematics raw friends because I'm a science student. Be koye raw biology raw. I'm not saying say enye very good, but most of them are out there and then a baby so enye that's very you know. And back in school I was one of the brilliant guys.
Okay.
I only fell into the technical aspect by grace. Now, we have come to see, say, everybody will be a dear dancer, say, technical and vocational education is the way forward now to building the nation because me school, me second year, na me told me car because I was working already. As a Accra Polytechnic, HND building technology.
Now we know school.
Me know school, me juma na me because I me kuta plans me go school, me building designs. So I know my assignment. So I got through that and I was working. From there, no mean liability on anybody. So it's a very brilliant idea. By implementation, how do we implement it? Obia, who implemented it if I got you right? I say, one more, honum kakrebi, no, this canon, ma woman. Now, one dia a BM a year, but it's not enough. At the end of the day, no, what is the guarantee? Say, they will okay. Bet me, but it's a drop in an ocean. Let me put it that way. It's right. Now, and
to the extent so we bet to 2.7 million cities.
Oh, sir. Yeah.
Ghana.
Under what terms and conditions not they qualify? Because the enemy are technical guys, they ain't be. Because by your carpentry section, your welding section, your aluminium profile section, and some one more flowers in it. These are all technical guys, and some in planting trees, and some masonry, and some tilers, and some electricians.
Yeah.
So we gather
almost
all of them. Jerry Misrao. Because what is that? Because what is there? And say your one cranny be back your children free. Who said the background and you're very good. So if such a thing is being organized, I believe it's the Jamaica implementation issue. Say such a thing cannot be organized without on what basis now this year's selection? Obi, I don't know.
Because maybe sad when you say, because one rolly and check about 2 weeks ago.
Matthias, so yeah, one pine say, Yanko Pombe, I don't say they are all kind of say, come on. A very brilliant idea, but to me, you see, if they start say woman and chronic develop skills in the back in school, okay, the interest is there. Maybe say I didn't take any money. Nobody gave me money to start my business because I was working, I was gathering money. Me yes canon I made a share and I made start to say I'm putting them together. Okay. So what it is that when someone is technically good from educational background, I say from where I'm coming from, if somebody is technically good he will gather his own momentum and then he will take off. Because they make money. And in the US and other places, they work with time. They are the richest people in the whole community. Yes, and as Ghanaians now, as a country, I say these are the very people who are making money. Who do US are they're like document in free. They will give you this your friends OPT near the optional practical training. Now all of them go through. Okay. That is the extent of the importance of these people are here. Why don't you prioritize them as against one more? So therefore implementation becomes wrong in any way because Nipano ubetim their Shenwo school before be PA free school now because the guy is good. Look, one more year technically good, they don't need plenty time to learn.
Yeah.
Oh no. Hey, Bill Gates in the say on the first year. Harvard.
Harvard.
Uncle so Zikabe. And I know they are scanning bank. Waste time. Yeah. Harvard of which Roman Casa friend and certificate say massa. So let us get those people, the brilliant ones, and you're enticing into this. And yet one more. But it is being done wrongly. $60 million.
Yeah.
Would this shame is a huge
grant.
As grant. It's a huge money.
Yeah.
Until let us build the right foundations. Young converting most of our education now. Ajidino.
Yeah.
Achimota no mono ya de adeno. O convert your mona the conditions neto. You will see the kind of brilliant student because we are dream bien now so. You experiment freely. Utia research experiment na utia enya fina o yire beka say sika mbanti no your friend say come beku nkora no. You see those are the tender ages you got them because me say no mbra me see so no I was me ye bibia keke I me mfa me ho I will just take those risks knowing say well ade me nkwa na meda as against somebody who has to be cautious in taking risk. Now, when taking risk, you don't see
the timing in business management. And almost say the higher the risk, the higher the gains.
So one, timing is important. Timing is important. Say, hey, is the best place. Unlike some very school university, na frustration o man start hu sikadie no na frustrations are starting be mafino mo kosuesu njuma we know 35 the working age where reduce no. So give it to them whilst they are young. Implementation, that is what I'm saying. Let us catch them young. 16 17 18 no dum tiashem nti obepie na nkasa no ni bibia e onim se sa de we nkwa no wo ye, and that is how the white build theirs. Unlike say Faniko Rural University in first degree 23, 24, or maybe first degree national service, or go through frustration, the problems ni na be pile up. And some we say, oh, me crafina me kosuya, ebi a kente you, and I say me kosuya welding, yeah. 30 years going. Na say or ebe ma or wari or banso ana ni period ne time ni him. So let us strategize and give it to them 15, 16 years. Some call secondary school. Well, you fine tune your margin. Say, look, is everything that revolves around us is about technical and vocational skills. Okay. So the timing is wrong. What is expanding the business? And crank it to no more ban. What is shower more? Wom assembly no appear beka. We no mu na mo be inventions ne simple. Because who really the background of every invention. Mo record is say no. Na papa your friend saying
and then radio and
yes radio mo dinu recordings no. Obi na ocha okuta aluminium way and ocha ne ho a ogusu a wo twa ne ho no na metal ba ko bi da so e na one obi kasa nti wo wie ye na o de to ho no no e na osan bo bi no say asema me papa yi kan am say ade na record o nti o mani ni o mo ho so say o pese o achieve that goal. Then he achieved that invention. So that is how those tender ages get into the creation of new things, you know. And the timing is wrong. Your friend is saying the amount of money being invested in, the probability say you bring the feedback and as the result that you are looking for, no, is also not it's also very minimal. And I kind of implementation, most of them they didn't work. Until what's almost sure. Me mama says kana, oh, don't worry. Me pick brilliant schools in Munina. Where technical and vocational school. In fact, we are reading everything under your friend is saying metal works.
Okay.
Oko USR, WPI, Worcester Polytechnic. Unto school fees. School fees, no, they born times 3 Worcester University. Why? Because they are teaching you technical and vocational skills to that level. You can't pay. Escafon kwamba na odiomko. Israel for no one more be woman same. Because oko ordinary state university say $20,000. Worcester for no Polytechnic for no jibeye 60,000. Opa Google check it on my website. So that is the extent of the importance of quality friends technical and vocational education. You know, woman na dey no kama implementation ya mompaya.
My implementation na Diego. Because you actually so results na ye hwehwe no. Na ye nsan. And you invested such a huge money. Because yes can so nye sika ombetu na back. Mom, wama set ya wama some monitoring mechanism.
Oh, forget.
Wama be call mo ho. Ahwe say ampa dia wudi sika na ye no. Eno na wode ya.
Ya tomatoes ne be go ha. Na na ban materials ne go no ya wode kambo ni ma. Oba na say. It's in there. Let us build building the kind of human resources they are deeply dive into the whole thing now. We will get them.
Okay.
In fact, one more they will create. Create at the end of my not just say, every person there is unique. Yanko Ponde, Bibi Strong, the assistant crowd. It is left for leadership to bring them out. Until as you study the person before no be we na nkasa no. O crowd manage my crowd one because already no nkasa no eden. And the implementation can be wrong. Well, no, over here, no, Kwabena, na wash him. Say, my approval. You know, a Juma now, and so near the internet, so him. You know, and obey me, Sanshana Maco,
anyway, yes, my man found call a year housing unit before I was over time. So time in the angry day. Okay. Make up at for some Professor Kofi Anocho, entrepreneur, both in Ghana and United States of America, on the end common on a managing director and I see you at the Quans group on the end no aiding common estate developer and other businesses are a Quans group. Many we are citizen I Ghana campaign for Kennedy or Japan, the campaign team Saranso and a Guta. Ghana Union of Traders Association, good Afonso Ewaha, 18, said the only mono, your park, as usual, holiday edition. Let's just say your queen. Housing units, a affordable housing project. Saglamedi, yes, issues was this year, as a MDB, you could switch him. Oman Penny, or the social from 8,000 on it, while could see be private people. Akekabo. Yes, a housing units, a affordable housing project. Yeah, no. Are we on the right path?
Oh, sir, Enka, Obi, affordable, definitely no.
But I have a microphone.
Said the actual 7 kind, and here for no, a better how they be. Yeah, they'll be there all the time. Into who leadership position, I was make those provisions, Sebe edema sanko for no baby all over the world they do it. But yen cry ya na koya sample from. Because your track records, that is where our challenge is. Nka yen ki ni ho asem bia kan, right? Your track records na kire say kufuor bae no omampene da kufuor bae ne de ne bi da so gun rem.
Yeah.
Structurally no me sure say enye safe now. JDM omampene dada JDM and Mills omo ina the team up. Almost the no bebre AGYEMANG so ebuko. Now the question now is also aka 1.5 years.
Yeah.
One kasa as a person no impede the law no was a move. 1.5 years going through. And you know what is the guarantee so betting me finish it? Na waton na akodidi nkrofo nse man sana we free ho. If we say abaye the ball teaching no e dru ba so a eno na ye the bono. Right. Inti say omampeni ne da for edia no party me de mahamadi etunchen. It's when we thinking say wa wo free ni yefunu mu no wo ba be finish no na say de tie bia no say wo betete so aton ade ma nkrofo kra wo de amom na it's all about accommodating Ghanaians and this eno no gunrem bebre gunrem na be san chef for us then we have a cause to complain and to raise questions. Especially mbra o seek a time mbra ka we ni mo no aye kitikiti limited no when we are obin so ba o hwe project din na say ni interest ni ma ono so no answer wa free months and truth no ka so project ni kra no ni mo hu dodo project ni mo hu na wa pensem bia wa ka nsem bia e be ma project na ye hu aga na for better was say the one kwanko ya enye problem kra what you say. And you know, that is what the politician of this country has been doing all this while. And I believe, say, nyame amfa kwemu sana omoso de no e babeye. If he said they may not be able to finish it, sell it. And nipa omoso dem so betimi awie na say omo de amankrofo no
amamfa kotrete
ama no ma wo horo mo nsa ho afiri ho de a. Nyesa oba ohu se task ba kokoro ebua.
Quality of work in the Caribbean.
Yeah, investigation. Said there will be investigation. And once the person has the power to do that, you know, nothing stops him. Said nothing stops you from also demonizing. Said he will be iron. And we pray. Your bomb pie say, your friend says, "Sa suban no sa de no enkosina womo betimi." Sisi asomo ya masama enough. Almost says 5 lane in 5 lane. It's a good location. And it's supposed to be a good project. Price is okay. But ye bomb pie say, sa we nin kobabim na Ghana for taxes are the omusika yakoje else ye because I believe it's not for free, right?
David.
Free crown also the year jumane
affordable, yeah.
Also the year jumane mfaso baso. Ema Ghana for. Inti ya na be ya so hu say ankosi bebia sa no na wo mo fa excuses no mo de abandon the project nipa betimi atremu no. That is where my concern is. And quite apart from that, the house is there. We are in a deficit, and for that matter, we need more. Yes, if the government. But me, I haven't. I mean, say apart from Rollins time one, that Rollins when you baby called Mayor, was to see those affordable houses now. Over corner snitch, your friend snitch, and the crimes what the share snitch funds are.
Yeah, snitch flat.
So I think those ones were very successful. Me who. Omo bi omo ba o mabe ya yes ye enter your fourth republic me hu aban bi ababe those kind of things na issues amba ho nti ye bom pai say na yidie issue fufro ensan enkoba ho na ye the same old story yes Ghana for not trust them anymore. Already now we have issues with them.
Okay.
And you know if say we no bana be keke ka ho a na chese ade na jiegu kra. Nti my only advice for them now because my makase the government cannot build affordable houses. The government cannot build affordable houses because, one, the bureaucratic process in a woman, kohun auditor for this, kohun general for this, kohun this, all of them, obia abekwa, also the kakra, or the two obia one interest, and suddenly they start the process. So the government at the end of the day will lose more money than giving it to the private sector, putting it a ceiling. USA, you know, Worcester State, Massachusetts, one more ceiling. Obeje X amount, untimi sidan no manem bro.
Okay.
Bro, ebia. Okay. One more Massachusetts, Boston, so more $150,000.
Okay.
Now, one more year market, baby, as I cry say, and I say, we see ya. Be a piece of the coast circle. Bet me, or property or how about $150,000 no. We see 3 bedrooms, I won't mean turn more than $600,000.
Okay.
And 2 basic 3 bedrooms, baby, you know. Not just I was a ton of 450 because I budget 150.
150.
Right? It is the private people who are building, but you're controlled by law.
Not control.
You're controlled by law.
Yeah.
That is what the government could do. Right? Into we are 1 hour for so at home. Right? Into who turn so.
But 1 for so and turn in Tama.
I overturn 600 now by 150.
Okay.
Into you our control because yes, and come and kakwa diska. So that is how elsewhere they are doing it. But when ya hunu bi ankosihwe so still almost ye believe say be ye. Into no yeah, bomb pie say metimi aye. Quite apart from that, me ni bibia metimi account.
Okay. Anyway, Obi send a message. I say you hano a year difficult. I see US here will run no businesses always. Almost facing difficulties due to COVID-19. Onel Amponsa, Onel wo Amsterdam. Ono na the message in the buy. Or send another land. So yeah, Juma wo yeah. Your friend is saying car part manufacturing company we are. Due to the corona, into to say a company no. One more call you're bankrupt. And Dutch cabinet has collapsed almost 3 months now. Into said that we can't say Ghana the end more difficult. Until I see say when you say baby and difficult.
Yeah,
so council you'll be our access US who invest you.
Yeah. So what it is that the whole of Europe they have their own challenges. Because one more energy crisis, everybody knows it. And you know, women are directly impacted by the war in Ukraine and other COVID things. We are not saying say a honomono baby and the dendence, but relatively no, yeah, the is too abnormal. Yes, yeah, the is too abnormal because sana me huno, ebi or no is enjoying. Sana me, but people are buying houses. Look, we have cause to believe. People are buying houses from the US. People are still buying houses from the UK. Ghanaians are not buying houses.
Above from?
Yes, as compared to how many people are buying it from elsewhere. No?
Yeah.
Before time, no, HFC.
Yeah.
Before time, na go for buy. I don't know where it's also coming from. But we have basis, data. Come on, Sam. This is not about politics. This is about really what is there. Europe say most China for 2 months into gas use. Now when use gas is not cheap. Into all of those energy crises might have contributed. Into probably they might have relocated to elsewhere, China or whatever. Until they move. But Ghana we have it all. And made them one in all of this and say, once in Crawford, we compete with them. Aside the fact that I'm not happy with it. But we are not taking advantage of the situation in which those people are in to build our country. Okay. We continue to beg. We are going to the Russia, Ukraine, going to beg, say, woman down to my food. What's as an area more in Suntoa. So this is the time Africa must come together. Obia.
And no, sorry, Dr. Kwame Komeka.
You na kwa share mo so mo nkonto ko mo no mo nto ko mo ko. Obia na nto ko awo ko a. What one nto ko no mo ko no e ma me yefunu ye me yo, oyefunu ye o yasade. Ade wonte wasase so. So I don't get it. After 2 years of way no, oil to be wa. Russia dey na kwafa o. Russia no oil na ne bofo. Technology, train your own technology and work with it. So why are you complaining? Bibia ewo no hwane bi omo ye gbe ya. Wo shira mo we omo use mo say, "Oh, Africa will suffer. Africa will suffer because of the war." Omo gumu enu ase. You have to be proud of yourselves. This is the time for you to look within. Mo ankasa mo hwehwe what else can we also do? Before mo ntokwa na besi na nka yenso abiode. Yeah. Please, one, necessity is the mother of invention. We are in need. We still go, This is all about leadership.
Okay.
This is all about uninspiring leadership. Because we don't know what to do. And we are both the beer and shoto the beer. They only have up to from May to August. No, maybe. So we don't see our problem. Okay, Kappa no busy, and I will be say. One more to Russia, the economy. Huh? Once you look at Russia's economy, it's performing better. It's doing well than last year or two. So what are you talking about? We are in China, so one more to cause it. Also, we are in China. What's your problem? What is your problem? So we find unnecessary excuse. Now, and that is the act of laziness. What kind of book of Matthew 25? You see, obia wama excuses bia yankopon penasem, because the parable of the osikani bi tukwan yeah omabako 5 talent omabako 2 talent omabako 1 talent 5 koye edwuma nya 10 2 koye edwuma nya 4 1 na be or the kotu to form the share or the share form na chira sam ne say owura ne bae no say oh boss uni bibi one kasa we are so powerful. In fact, would be our fakwa wins ye and as he can cry minimum say a anshana me the koye juma akoshi intino a question swa sibia who no excuses inti we are then also inti this me could to phone this can show so we are part of ada na wonim say won fasika no koye juma no won fa nkoto bank na nka emfaso kra maso you see, so the lazy cocoons and yanama obia woma excuse be yankopon penasem. It is biblical. We find unnecessary excuses for every little thing. You see, and that is it. In teacher them say they are all back on one G. If you need them, you know the mad or when you're 10. Yes, and that is the essence of life. Okay. Ghana for be Christopher so say Bible ya kan say entias you. Ye hu dia ye patch there. Excuses in you have been given leadership position. Deliver. At the end of the day, no, my way. What you need to explain, you explain to the people. You don't saddle yourself with excuses. Russia for and Ukraine for into quality and my economy at the end economy. Russia for only cocoa. Gold or export or Omega export. Your friends Russia for into quality. Russia for gold crown yes and to be to wood and knows and a born costro. Yeah. Gassy or gas. What's your problem? Cocoa. What was your problem? What's your problem? Eti, you see, Obia woma excuses, baby, man, he's not my friend. Because one, in leadership, you solve problems. Okay. You sit down. And now we worship the best way out. Now do you deliver a solution? Perfect. That is what makes you a leader. And now, I'm out for complaining, also complaining. When you are complaining, who should listen, who should take comfort from whoever? Okay. And the moon say politicians, you know, and I hand they say, moons or moya for. One more to say, a friend is a woman, no more twan and some much Jesus Christ. One more the parable of the light, you know. And one more, that means they are not competent. Okay. And you know, I am a pure boko, the Makoshe, your friends have be also much. And you know, it's not an excuse enough. Okay. Russia-Ukraine war has been there. Yeah. Russia's economy is doing well. We are within China's economy. Greens are almost supplying the whole world. Look at you guys are sitting down. And every day we have issues. They behind your issues. I mean, kind of leadership that Ghana is looking is providing. Yeah, we don't set our priorities right. And as some all of this, you know, and I don't know, says a political your friends and tuitions now your church from school, there be a man politics in that. But because all of this, you know, you can't understand them. No more council won't perform more mutimi GD. Not just say as soon as sad be any problems. I don't get it. Okay. All
right. Professor Kofi Anochi, an entrepreneur both in Ghana and US, CEO of AGYEMANG Group. It's and then I catch any Founders Day.
Yeah, Founders Day no should inspire us. Founders, politicians, yes. Founders Day no came with backbone. Yeah. And Crawford no show much. Yes, it's your way, and yet Jina for neto. nkrofo ano mu gina mu chi set dinafo no what's your friend simple pa grant no mo celebrate entrepreneurs nka ho
Okay.
na mo nya say ye ndwuma nkakra na ye survive de mu gunu no right obi wo ho a last be say obi say a real estate developer so mo krom ha say your friend say
money laundering yes papa.
Look at this nonsense, excuse my language, but just you call yourself a politician, a politician. Yeah, the real estate industry, is the biggest industry. Now, I'm saying a tech for no challenge in the world, and everybody who gets money wants to build infrastructure houses, and so we control money. But can't say me look at what you are saying. A politician, I'm from a politician. I hope you say in the constituency for no, they will advise themselves. I mean, because you move money across. And I
walk as a fact say a binum and
no. On providing evidence. Money laundering itself is a criminal act.
Criminal act, papa.
It is a wujina baby without providing evidence.
I side with you.
You have a deliberate act of spoiling the person's business. Provide evidence to the authorities. My investigation as an MP, he's engaged in money laundering. Let them pick him. Let us say, yes, let it be a Peking or US or whatever. So now you don't just open up your mouth just because you are a politician or whatever. Now, a friend is a real estate developers are who struggle to build houses for Ghanaians. Say engage in money laundering. Where is your evidence?
Okay.
And you know, all of these people, because they are not helping the nation. We are near a macro house now here $1. I feel they were here at the you see all of these things, it doesn't make sense. And these are the kind of people are Ghana for ye helium say, hey, or Cabro for is in parliament. Look at this, look at what it's saying. Without any evidence, you open your mouth and say this. You will be able to be friends saying. I think said the greater authorities, they will have to advise themselves. Bring him to court to come and prove.
Provide the evidence.
Because when to me provide evidence, he needs to be dealt with.
Okay. And none of pay that's so Babaka on holiday anymore. Na Bababi Jim na one of my Ghana.
That's it.
Ghana for that.
Yeah, I mentioned Damasi.
Higher needs 100.9. Yene a year quants. Professor Kofi Anoche. Oh, yeah, entrepreneur, real estate developer, other businesses. Quants Group on the end of the day and come on. Higher needs 100.9. Makacha say good for her. And a year team Ken, Honorable Kennedy, here in Japan, the team then so. Ewaha, you know, maybe didn't come on. You say you are in the good for ebe finish the last leg. Na ye kwe no. The about is
Baby, I better find I go stay humble. Men compare me who to Utie oha excerpt punk no. Needs FM.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya John to mami ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibia so beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Wo den kan no ntumu ho. Me be mo anu nsu hye kura dia ka ho. Wo hwe dia wapi ho. O ka sa batete. Eda fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Crash up a pair, Baba Wari.
Aso,
ye fear said this way chocolate drink, yes, or no pan on the enum. Ye bishop free genome snack. Ye now who I don't yet serve woman. Ye did really a baby bob we had yasua. This way chocolate drink in the enum. And at this one, what's Yanua? Has it a woman, cocoa wom, brick wom, baby wom, I don't hear any sauce.
This way chocolate drink.
You hear any sauce.
FDA, I just said you didn't crack to a to say a ye.
Utie oha excerpt punk no. Needs FM.
All right. Yama kwa be ba eye Ghana MONTIE so we need 100.9. Where your holiday edition. I said I make no and a series of interviews. Good for ha. Sarah na yetim Ken for so e wa ye baba be din komo. Kadel tena se. Kadel. As you say, yeah, then I go past. Remember, happy Founders Day.
Thank you.
And number one, Alex Kwekutete. Founders Day and your fathers. Where you founders. Alex Kwekutete. Alex Kwekutete founder the ma said how you founder the Masi Tekeno. It's the founder of my citizen I can see tech for Ken. But good at a match.
Yeah, man.
If you are here, yeah, they are. I'm job any you go soon. Good. Richard Amemu, on the or Ghana Union of Traders Association on your politician. It's me, I'm Richard Bidding Comma. Richard Mewakwaba. And Robert Koye. Yeah, they are go past the Deputy General Secretary, the Ghana Union of Traders Association. David. Anyway, now, Alex says, Honorable Kennedy or here in Japan, say the company say no me cause
Mira. Mam fafi die so na menchia ya chairman Yura upon bio. Ma menchia no. Na menchia Yura Kwamosu, the campaign manager. Menchia Kennedy team ni nyina. Eastern region for menchia Eastern region. Yura Otafrija. Ono na ye Eastern region. Menene mi no na ehwe Eastern region. Ti menchia na menchia team of Eastern region ni nyina because Eastern region no issue kakra ya ye to aba nti ni abre wo ho pa kwan bia nam so a ye behwe ho yie no ye betimi ahwe na obi bia wo ye adwuma ma ken bia me fa fidie so na me mane moni yo because emretintin ni nyina ye wura Kennedy apon wasomo man Ghana eniema waya ma Ghana no me de me hu ne say big 6 na e be chechire Ghana no mintimi nya ba akoko record say Iraq na Japan da debi nti yemfa fidie so na yemma ne moni yo ese samri kra onya ma abem no ese nka Ghana for botu ni esi museum emma Iraq na Japan na ehye ne nkran na otimi ye dodo no te se ne wasi kadio center ama Ghana se Ghana for nje na omomfanye den se Ghana ni bi yare ye de ne befu plane na yenhwe no wa ha kwan a wafa so de fish pond ye ka se 1 kilometer of fish pond na wetim de 5 kilometer of fish pond ama ya strafo se omuni de min no omanya hoden na bibi basabasa bi a esi wo ni je ni we ni ade ye ba omutimi anya ano akwan no magina no amaye nti papa no nyamisha no ye bewe nam ye be ye den hwe coastal the whole African for befa na amanone kura omo fa ne niema de ko wetimi esi 31,000 coastal ebiti Angola ewo 30,000 tons coastal na wo hwe steel planter odi esi wo kasa wo keka papa ne nyuma na esese Ghana businessmen omadaroma omumo mani ba omo so na omuhunu se yemfa amanyofo ne mma na omasan be hyehye mra ebegu ye business we own to business movie nti modern ba eboa mankasa metimi ambobo politicians be breeding 2009 yen wanim he ya na mimi oluman ka na omo ba beji ombese ombo omo se go machi e na odi ama omo mi ankasa nso me ka omo ba beji na omo de akoye omo politics na nnei omo susu se omo ye so powerful ye hu sa ne ma bi wa ban mu bebre ti me de ka businessman no senye se ya na ohwe Mame Labianca kwan a businesswoman watimi edi ne sika yi more than 80 cars ama MPP na omo de ne fa kwan we so a nka meso se businessman fu na ntu omufo na omo se politician wo boa ne wi ono abesan be hyehye mra e be affective nti fa any businessman nante na businessman de ono wo mu bi otua nkofo ka we implement niema into unim sene situation ne tie dollar ne chia unim sene tie dollar ne kofoma unim se da bi aha ne ha we ni we sene professor Anoche kan no nyamisha professor Anoche ne nsema a oka no ne mood pa se wo hwe kwan a ene mranti abaye omu ye politics ya wa wani tua enya 10 years sakwa wo wie school onye adwuma bi hada na wobehu professor wobehu teacher ni akyerade sa 33 years okofie mikro mu teacher bempa na osi 31 years or 33 years na yamano ni sika ne pension pay na no mesi enu 20,000 na tese okasa wi a eyarehو na obi aba politics mu na wotwe mfie 9 pe oda lankusem se ye gyae ne so no ankasa moblanto lankusa wontimi nto bi da ene wiase akona wiye na teacher ni o kire na de obi abeye doctor obi abeye professor na ono de aban ni ntimi enye bibi mmo sankofo ya baso se mo na nka yaban krakasa yemfe mamo yencheche mamo na motimi a kire ye mma na de yi ansa na obi kwa kogina Supreme Court no na wo ye teacher ni saa ne ma nyina na yewura kompreko ehunu se oba obey implement niema ebe ma Ghana o se oba nwie school na o matina fie teacher ni obe make sure say adan asese teacher fo o yes kase obi e teacher ni se onya adan tinam nya ka papa tinam na o kire oba de a anya memremfi ama no so what I say obi a ko school amageri ye ti hoi ma uko school se na o papa de no aben pa o papa e teacher ni mageri why na ko school asasi so a ode ne ba ko Harvard a on pese ne ba benya first class no pese ne benya 10 class
so do obi a pese
nti esese wo hu se numbers are powerful nti se oba eko competition no konya first class onya first a na eso hu se oyenimdifo obi a wo twa school fees won kran ha bia Ghana ha bia pese ne benya first class na de wo twa school fees ngu na kwa na oba no wa ma oba na konya 10 class na obi hu wa wiye nti me kan ko si se yebesre na Ghana fo ehun yewura kompreko mmobo no mahunu se businessman a otimi implement ne ma no o de ne toto politician a enye ye nti same time bia no yesre businessman no so ma edidi wo politician sem no omo hwe ne ye kakra no omu se envan se adwuma na ode ama wo na wakoye na wo do check beko na wanya bibi nti no oye bibi a wontimi nkampeti hu se o man so ba wachire nti nhihya omu ye ne nyina no dabi the next 20 years the next 10 years ye nya obi te se me a me businessman what to say bia wakohu yewura kwame despite mo wakohu yewura police upon mo wakohu tobinko mo wakohu ns friend say ns kamis mo so won te say enko enu ntina na manage kwa brandu fo ho pa so hwe eyi papa ya kwasi ndum mo hwe ohun niema na omoye edema oman no ohun yewura kwame chemo so na sankofu we mu ye wonkofu kruma omu ye stafo me adefo enso mu mi oma no ti aban ne ye bibi eti oman na eno anse sankofo ne nkasenti no omu yiro ho ano omu ye affordable house ya mo ka ho asemi when saudi ehwe Joe Biden kofo a Joe Biden fa o ministers na form ye comparison aba ye rekufu adu ministers ubehu se chese ya reho omu kro ma chichire omu man ya wie na anka ese nka omu ne hia sankwasfo no kofo bi wo ho mu nya adwuma krada ya appointing for minister wusi wonsi wo mra engineers ne contractors akese any a friend say enkofo a te say ye yewura no chi ya omu ye estate enka ban ne de ma omu nanka estate developers no aban na che de amom omu de be ye say ndwuma no na obi ono onso $1 million $2 million muda wa be minister nti ohun se ska no nti oje ono ne share
but we shouldn't also create that perception say obi ba be minister na say oh ye bibi and just say nipa no it shouldn't be because abrabody from one now we go to it and also and this created that impression
but abrabody experience account so nimde na wo de koy hade no ne wa ye bida no na ya hwe hu nimde nti eno no oba be she obi ase nanka wasoma betu say young man bi wo ha wie school a aban no se ne na obo aban no party nti ya mani position na ya mano no on fit say enkono ba begina wo te say obi ye army general mageri ya so obi say wo ye army general na 3 star na 2 star na wakwa akoponti obi te say obi a oye major general major na wo si ono na enkoye minister nti ono ba o metwa sa nipa ni salute ana ami the whole army general net ono akoponti obi say eyi akoye obi ni free hoyi ya akopo your friends say kra bunu ni
major
defense oh yeah major general meba oh yeah major kra major na wo hwe na se ono koye deputy minister na ono your friends say 3 star general kwa na say ni minister no na so okotwa ni salute hwe baby o rise do you na wo ko appointment aban no plan a o dey appoint no enti ase nim say what I say nti eyesa na ma Majari ayahumte. Inti media made said and say yes.
That is no honorable Kennedy on Hinaja.
Yes. Oh no. It's a businessman to implement it be about effective business for. Didn't know so ba obey making sure so body businessmen e Ghana. Meti ho na India for bi ban when a business or more yen scan no mukutu no. Or so inti no say omo ni kind of for ye ni millionaires ukruma. Eyareho. Enu ti no say oba obebodi billionaires e Ghana wankasa party na party di obema chairman for no and now say every friend say we there be o ma come we from say kura police station executive see o so e bia o ma mo bie company be mienu miensa be $8 million or the amamo say ya abane the amamo mo fanya adwuma we senior party ni hia bibi anase nipa na ewo no obi abenya adwuma ye na ho ato ni nti o se ne hia se ye babedi billionaires e wo kro we mo keke na ma obi nwie school na ote ho na o twen se aban be ma na adwuma ansa ni problem na no nti media me fa no se papa ne de nka Ghana fo hunu se ne Nigeria fo akoponti Tinubu na e ma brigade ene Dangote wom kochia ne hunu se ya ma na kwa aba he is a 12 businessman into obey niema foforo no sana yewura Kennedy say oba atema port no Meridian no say a center of world obesi 4 continent African Europe US to say e be yakra behwe no one make sure say MMDCs no obibia ebetimi aye 1,000 acres of land ye MMDC about 275 obia na 16 region obia ye 1,000 acres
265
yes 65 Majeri ekroma be solid so what I say enti asema papa na eka no o kase obeye mechanized farming no esese ni party asese wono nkasa no waye bi eme hu nti wunye bi dade a ene na chese woni record o so what I say woni record nti ansan for mining machines 63 years or mine nya awo mre nkofu kiteska omtimi manage ohunu se no dabi eniema ewo kroma gram say gold ewo kroma no okwan e befa so ebe ya ense yensuo na ebema emabunu no nkwala no ehunu se dabi uwie school a adwuma da ha otwen krono ne ade no etubetwa ewo Ghana ha na obi etimi anya dream say odo river yi ade obetimi ato ho wo te se ne Donald Trump to Mexico ho wo no to ha to Kumasi a no abie ponatum na boat de da so a na hu se nipa no oni vision se wo ye oponte wo se wo ye wo ya your friend say amonene we your friend say ambassador o ya ambassador no amfa investors 10 ama asa ya sakew
okay
so that's it nti yenhwe na Ghana fo ehunu se nkofo ewo vision no omo na sese ye di omo ba na ye di omo be ruli
ma hu se be mpan so aba be ka mo kada what sha my team no more satisfied with the study arrangement especially ahead of the super technically your friend of special electoral college elections yeah my team no saying that most in arrangement
me da say we dey ma me fa kwanya we so na me nchia ye tiefo nyina na me nchia Honorable Ken Ohine Japan and the campaign team na me nchia communication team members na me nsan so enchia wo na me nchia mpanimfo a no pay me no mo hia wa ha nyina Magere atama wuza ye de but eneye Founders Day nti ma me mfa no so ho nchia ma Ghana fo nyina na me ba ye na wo bo Kwame Nkrumah audio bi me DGS metes ansam no eno kire se vision no wo ho but anokwasem say after say Ghana fo benya sa vision no na akoye speeches ne lectures ne at the end of the day implementation into member ade e hadwen de me de no betwen ho na maba o question no so na me sanso wa asem ba ko ene tiawa me ka wi anta na maba story no so ya me de ma MPP delegate ene say masem bisa ba ko pe pa am pesa me de ma MPP delegate ni Ghana for say o mayi mu ayete no ya na nkofo ke kansem bi a odwena ho a wonte ase na me bisa say o mayi mu ayete no ho sa wode o man ne be hye obi a nani so hye na wo ka nokore na wɔde pɛrepɛre yɛ adwuma na wobɛtumi akuta ɔman no ma ɔman no asiye ɛne sɛ wode bɛma wɔ bi a amansan nyinaa gye atom sɛ sɛ nipa no ne ho dwo nanso wɔnyɛ no kuredini wɔnsan so nyɛ nipa wɔsan so yɛ nipa wɔyɛ nya atwom sɛ nipa mienu sɛ yɛka sɛ fɔ ɔman ɛhyɛ obi nsa hwan na ade bɛhyɛ ne nsa asɛm sɛ bɛnti Ghanafoɔ momma yɛn hwehwɛ nipa a yɛde ɔman no hyɛ ne nsa obɛtumi aboa na ɔde no kuredie abu Ghana ma Ghana atumi adi yɛme adwen kyerɛ kakra ne sɛ Ghana ha ɛna Africa in general no nukuredie ɛne adeɛ baako a ama ɔman no ntimi nkɔ so tubon sɛ wei bɛba sansa nukuredie ni mu nti ɔman ma no kura nya gidie wɔ ne mu at the end of the day bo sɛ nea wɔde bɛba ɔbɛka sɛ ɔbɛyɛ no ɔde bɛto baabi na wɔyɛ ade foforɔ nti na ma gidie a ɔman ma no kura nya ayɔ mɔde to abama no na ato ape na afei bo sɛ nneɛma basabasa na esi ebi na esi wɔ Niger ne nkura aka ɛde wɔ haw aba no enti ɛbɛyɛ sɛ nea yɛwɔ gidie wɔ ne mu na yɛ gini di sɛ ɔka no korɛ na ɔno deɛ ɔmpɛ sisie na ɔmpɛ ntoa ne nkontompo no ɔno na ɛsɛ Ghana yɛde Ghana hyɛbrɛ ɛhyɛ ne nsa saa bere yi sɛ bɛyɛ ɔman no bɛtumi akɔ n'anim ama yɛne yɛ ɔman no yɛnya ahotɔsoɔ ne anigyeɛ ɛtumi atena ɔman no ma yinkyiri nso ɛnya daakye papa mede ase bebree ɛwɔ saa kwan no so
na wohwɛ so far aprobo amabo say how many constituencies now?
So far constituencies
over 180 ana
more than 200
yeah,
so far I call about 200 and something.
Okay. More delegates, especially ahead of a year super delegate conference and as a special electoral college election, say, are they getting you? Especially special electoral college level, no? Also, one of the every one was there, but one so acquire some party kuku dambi.
Yeah.
Because chairman nominee are they getting your message?
Sure. Emudi dwana no kra no ye no omo kasapa. Yeah, so we mam say honorable Ken no. Wo ye nipa party ni mu no. Wadan ne ho adi a oni obi adadwen ye ne dadwen. Enti Council of Elders ni party chairman regional executives ni ade a omo ye eligible so ombeto sa aba we bi ni nyina no. Owo mse obehunu se dodo na adede omampani abedi akirikire. Nanso dodo na nso ye nipa omo wo opepa eni gidie sononko honorable Ken. Ya chese ebohye ahodo a omo ankasa de mayen eni nkitahudi a ekoso from honorable Ken camp no ade esoni ya ye wo gidie se enioma a ekoso nyina achi no honorable Ken betimi pass through because ni aye hwehwa ne se top 5 no oba be ka ho bi eno pe ne hia ye nyese we ne de ye mpese ye be place so much emphasis on position as obedi first and second there be sebe ya obeka first 5 no eno pe ne hia ye enti anamo aye tutu sebe ya obetimi abeka ho no yegusu aye tutu a me no ka say anope before sebe ba akora no course bi ba yegusu aye tu anamo sebe ya be make sure say first 5 no de obewom sebe ya nkunimdie na nkasa no obetimi ababotire no ye de Ghana akosi baby papa.
Okay Bempa.
Yes sir. Yes, and you
Omampanye ni communicator say shia. Then somebody to dwa fa nipa bi a eyo omadwen so omampanye etawechi. Such comments and statements if from omampanye ho ba beto dwa na etemo say awo momo campo.
Me da siminua ma me nchia o. Na me mo abaso odwuma papa a wo ye. Na mincheni tefematifu nyina na no penso minyina wafidie so na me ame papa madie nyina apostle professor emeritus Kojosafo Kantanka eye Kristo asafo asore ne kofa bai bosumi a yewo mu ye bosumi osana eye bosumi a eye na woda na 26 August na eye awoda na nkasa nanso na mso ye nipa kese a nipa bebri efa ne nsa so na omo enya adom ene ahoto na enam ono nsaso ma nipa bibire hu nyame ntino ye de nhyehyɛ egu akwamu abusumi nyina ye niema ahodo a ye de ebebo na abaso na ye de akan no nti samra ma beduru papa anopai nyankopon na nka ho na omo onyi nkyire nkwamfie ni asomdue na mark asma obisa me no ne kwanso ano no yen yɛtae honorable Kenjapo echi no asɛm efiri ɔmampani aso yɛ ba yɛ ni susu sɛ yɛ ne kwanso ano no ebi sɛ wohwɛ sɛ ne ana enema si kɔ ekwan a ɛfa so a ebi a onkɔhwɛ na abamu mpanimfo bi ɛyɛ ministers ebi yɛ government appointees ebi ɛyɛ CEOs ebi yɛ deputy ministers na ohwɛ na ebi a ɔmampani abɛdi akyire ɔmo na ɔmo atu adi n'akyi a ɔmo ne nam na akɔyɛ sɛ ohwɛ na akɔyɛ sɛ ebi kura na Jubilee House na aka sɛ ebi ɔmampani abɛdi akyire ne yɛde ne bɛnti obi ankodi n'akyi ne bi a wani n'akyi a wobɛnya asotwe bi nti na saa perception no wɔ hɔ but ɔmampani nso aba abɔnten na wohwɛ MPP mu a yɛka one of the seasoned politicians a yɛn new patriotic party nyame ayɛ adoma me enya na president Akufo-Addo ka ho nobody in MPP and obetimi downgrade Akufo-Addo as an stalwart in MPP and in the politics and it's no city politics asefa Akufo-Addo is one of the politicians here ye groom no more phrase and the Akufo-Addo MPP Akufo-Addo is MPP personified enti ono nso hu sɛ saa na na ekoso ni na sɛ o mampani frɛ normal party for no manfo ni nyinaa te asese da bi emfiri me so obi firi ni pem so kudi o mampani abedi akyia o mampani na nipa na apem party mfa Jubilee House mfa nhyehyɛ bi anto hɔ sɛ so obi ankudi o mampani abedi akyirechia yɛbɛtwe na so na dwuma ekura na yɛbɛgye afiri ni nsɛm ana mpomi a me o mampani me na mafiri obi sɛ onkudi o mampani abedi akyirechia enti ama saa de na ekoso no obi akoma ayeden ato ne yam sɛ ɛyɛ fair playing ground obi anya ne campaign obi a ne party mpanimfo nkasa because the same okan no say me o mampani nanso ye kwa akoto me o mampani me ni police station executive okumo ana o wa chima prade ye nyina ye one vote enti me to ma ba ne ameto ama not necessarily say saa na impo so bi ye me chief of staff okra na say me minister bi a saa no nso nye den enkoto ema no ti me susu say saa issue no ye reassuring em de be kan ne say ya kan ye force enye den enye oyo na ye ma field no enye open na nipa na omo participate ni na because we are me de here me de bia me ni nuanom na ma me kan say ye tefra hwe ase wa nane a obebutu tefra nti wo bi kunima chese mo papa ono afi de me boa ebi siye 2007 manim me nkofa me no mo na me tuo mo fo me se anuanom munye din wo adapa Akufo-Addo na ebetimi abasa na ne wudi na chi no anye den wa wini e na affect nipa ni bebe
MPP mo ya mo congress and yen ye kokoba na honorable bi ba betrans na obetrans ya no sa ha magere ni on wo na nti wutimi bisa me questions ah hwe ago e ye fene se radio so no
only na telephone interview
na me bisa the question because na bisa no se na ni anyo na me say hey to be busy some question way. Wanya dear crowd them so wow.
And it's like go share the what put me on the spot.
Anyway,
and you know, I'm catching them say no. Yeah, MPP. Anything I'm crying at I'm penning for money or more. No, Alan. I did our president this and sa wanye. Na se pass me continue be am catch me microphone ti mi no na me pese ye nyina enye ntokwa enye nisuade hu because de bia me can say President Akufo-Addo in the Fourth Republic aye wo mu abebia mai MPP abaida obi done so well. Between Kwabin and your crew now we see agenda. And then we equipment. So it is unprecedented, the biggest infrastructure it may happen in the health sector in the history of this country. Maybe I need that 80 and 88 and you 11 can says you 70 are ready. Enti obi me confess me say me offer say me chiri baneba owo abomosu STEM school na masa okoduru school mu ha na se wachinchin Ghana universities from UMAT takwa edibesi tech edibesi Cape Coast legoya ewe edikosi baby a che se who dey compare sa universities ni bi ye STEM keke o aye senior high school abomosu obi antin konkonkore sa no ma replicate ukoja che pram so ebi wo ho se si a mikro mu kumawu besoro omu si bi wo ho eno omu start free JHS e dey akosi senior high school uko infrastructure abai brugu ekwan ya yenam so yi omu say inconvenience bebre e wo so me kire free poku ase ekosi doblo a omu ye so omu wi a according to contractors omu si June 2024 no omu wi ebeye the topmost highway ayenya ewo Ghana ha eye about 10 lanes ahenum flyover free bese medie e de aba belinki pokwase enti usi so na pese oba beduru achimota new plan na omfa form onam soro ebi si wo Ghana ha no da enti pese me kire se aba we wa ba adwuma foundation infrastructure bibia obi aye bana no na me ka se ono bo safomafo ene kan na asem o se eye pa ban a oba my infrastructure my we ababy aba obeyebi by pa baya no mampani oba he will think outside the box no beba be initiate niama eye beyond my infrastructure Akufo-Addo baye no watumi ayensa ne man because we can't tell me say free senior high school enye innovation untumi nkan kire me say one district one factory enye innovation one village one dam enye innovation but the aka say still a omanfo osu emebunu nya adwuma nye omo awie esuapon na babru mu asem bi wo mageri o say nyame asem na ye ka kire wo no eni soro ena waka say hwa na benya abofo ntaban e de atu akosoro no akofa asempa na ba ne ate na ye eni asase ase ena waka say hwa na obetimi akonsa manfo nchen no akofa asempa na ba sa na eni puaja ena waka say hwa na betwapo no akofa asempa na ba na asem no wo nchen ha yi a eni da bi nyame asem a ye ka kire wo no eni ama ebeba ga na atu mpon no eni abrochire e wo ye ya ya ha enti ye basic economics ye na omufre bibi low hanging fruit na asene say ye kwa amango minu mienu de adwabe kumawu ya tena akurase ye kwa amango na ebi bonko mu no ha ebi boba no ha ebi aminu ye nimu duafo enye no ane say ye pa akonwa bi agina so ana ye pa ba bi ewa na de bobo nche he ni ya titi bi ni edi de bonko ene de bo nche ni nyina anya amango enti that basic economic principle ni say niema eye wa ukro mu niema a ebewo a obetimi abobo no na odi create wealth odi create employment e dey ama omanfo no yenya sa enipa ni sese na me I see that in honorable Kennedy Japan enunti na mani abrief say ye fa napko for 100,000 brapeni one very good concept say yem fam rent any mabawa omo awie school mu nya adwuma nye yen train be in apprenticeship say the omutu di ni kra na ye fantastic nation builders school nation builders so just omo ba be build o man say see minua wo de wo ye media person wo ye adwuma ya che wo mu nim de me ka say bo one building efa ade a napkofo be ye ya eye monumental e kire say they came to build a nation aboba akoma me
omo ko church ade
no ne the building nation wo kwa be so ana de o betimi aka obusa omo napkofo no be ka che say ye de ye ka bosome nso abosome nkro ye ntuae eno ni legacy but the legacy anke betimi afiri napko mu aba ne say aban could have used napko no a no do ma ye adwuma no de generate sika no de atua omoka no ma na say nya ho mfaso because ye de ku adwuma peace fm ha machiri ha ye ntutu form ne entra baby a concrete ne wo ye mfa body ensi ho afeda ye betwa edi
eno akwa ye wikube buru 20
amadua wa he ya
oze ye na edua ya gobe na wa na aba ne ye ti
na muti bie enti ye ya sase nya asase a obeka se odua bibi enye ye ama no ne ayekoi nye America form sase edua buru no mo de extract maize oil aburo ye nyamu ye friend sen anwa
okay
omunya sunflower ne other alternatives no mu move free ho ye ya ha he na odua abura enye ye enti me no nyambesa me yensentin ke fa na abkofo ene ye adwen se wo ko China entosi omo frɛ no red gold ye pese entosi a import fi ama no ne ba ye twa so akoma dan afrancho agogo kumawu baabi abobodi udua entosi ebe yie na momakuafo no ye ne subsistence farming enti de ene ye pese aban no create businessmen na ye ka no enye sa aban na di sika ebe ye adwumo na the concept of Exim Bank Agric Development Bank and they are buying the development bank and kasa omudi seed money of about $500 million at the atum businessmen enfa business proposal amra napkofo ya koje asase e wa akoma dane afranchu area ho e bia 50 hectares and now 150 hectares ye the tractor akogu ho ye the tomato seedlings napkofo ko emu adwuma bi operate tractor e bi dua ntosi no kra acha sa abosome nsia kra de ne awie. Until within 6 months, you bet me 150 hectares or 300 hectares of tomato farms across the length and breadth of the country. And when China, you better businessmen and now let's say, can was some say, Mumu, why no bet me aba. Now, by na so, Masia bomb, Mobosia, no moncofen fidie, enfiaman on Emra, no momrame process tomatoes in Enfanye tomato puri. And then, Obio tomato puri were heavy or China. Or qua, no, so me a barrister logistics. No ko no ya print your friend say sachet any containers ya man no ya twerɛ on barrister to no the tomato ni free China no de aba enti China e frɛ ho red gold ye ntumi anya sa ne ma we nyina enti mimi gike na Japan di se to aba no ma no be ye odi kamfo a ni ampanifo ye nyina obe build on it na adwuma abo man ni mu
okay
e bante ni mabu benya e maba benya bi aye edi enti ɛne ɛte Ghana ha
Alright.
na bɛmɛ na da bia me ba akɔ ɛsɛ me repeat me ho ba low hanging fruit na asɛm na me ka kyerɛ we ne yɛkra nkokɔ fi ama no ne yɛkra nkokɔ fi ama no ni quantum sa
it's on the episode hu say
me na me ba at least metumi aye poultry farm largest poultry farm ever ebia wo 16 regions no and it's a 16 region is yetumi raise 2 million live birds statistics kyerɛ sɛ yɛwɔ about 33 million deficit of live birds enunti na ema ye import and it's a missy poultry farmer what the capacity to raise 2 million live birds all the 16 regions member businessmen siko MPP we are a center right political party and we don't believe say abana mfa ni sika ye adwuma baba no empower private sector te say kwa mijanom ene nana boahenom na omo anya sika na omo de ye adwuma na omo afa nkrofo na omo tu ato ama aban and this only baba akufo to me here poultry farm no to me raise 2 million live birds na say create a businessman no do nsia all the 16 regions no be raise 2 million live birds me pa cha papa bi o nim de o say broilers omo di 8 weeks o say abroche de kwa de 6 weeks ba Ghana de ne ye ni ye nti 8 weeks
you first mama
8 weeks ne ya abusumi mienu enti abusumi mienu e wa afimu say makomaku nsia enti makomaku nsia what tells you say etumi ye ni ya every 8 weeks bia you be raise 32 million birds the whole Ghana and this 32 million by 6 obi akọ school calculate
okay
ye nya bi ni enfa bi nkwa ama no na nkrofo nya adwuma nye we rocket science rocket science
okay how you need 100.9 you need team Ken Canada on here Japan 2024 na no the community so far as I'm a good for Alex, one more year ballot in the position. I'm a fan of how are you people trying to manipulate on that position? That me a benefit Canada in Japan.
No one, na me din kan akachiro say uku school nipa me ensente uku school obia pese ne ba enya first class student school fees dudu obia betu obia pese onya oba normal ehu hia papa be oba de ebo wi asakra sim fitianse no nti wuntimi nko start say o kan 10 free 10 ansa no aba 1 ye start free 1 nti 1 ne de na wo hwe sunsun mo spiritual realm ne kra o mo chese and the scripture kra chese number 3 number 7 and number 1 e best number 4 e de ya na o break akra wo the four corners of the world nti 4 ne de ya na center bia and the spiritual people no be catch us say immodern kakra be 137 de unya na ukita good position na maintain that say obi akọ school say ne banko bo PhD no mra na o say me kunya 10 nti wa ya de ye be ye bu e be bu wo fie ho no PhD pass ye me chese tie me chese first class maintain say ya kobo 10
me ba jo anya oni Alex na go school dem wa
first class me kwa pride onso ko kumawu timbacho ja me nti nye chen say e ba ne sa wankasa no wawofo e be ha wa adwen nti majeri na papa yi kan bibi mame fa mi refi
na mi refi mame
airport he ya workers ye security for ho nyina no yesre omo de tudwa omo de letter breast citizen I Ghana say ye moden ni en kan kire regional minister say 8 months ni yentu omuka 600 Ghana per month
the regional minister ni tu omuka
oni company ene fa omo ontu omuka says enene na nsanka omo ye komo
company
airport security for ewo no nti ha omo nyina nso ye delegate about 890
ye sure so subcontractor on
yeah, on a company near India. On a company, so
on a recruit too.
On a recruit company.
I'm not aware.
I want you to me aware. Some me a party near Baonia party.
But I don't
tell you, delegate over 890.
The point is, as to company employ woman, I don't know. Maybe new what I
say. Maybe workers in a
security for the say.
One must say, on petition. Citizen I Ghana.
Okay,
say regional minister say work a security for me yentu omuka 8 months ni ono aba ho last week be presere wo nyesa komo kostra
okay mate
nti yesre
me da say mo twan na maybe ahoma no na ye wi amapeke mo last comment ma me ne aye Richard Amamu endi enkomo kakra na good up for any community mo twan me wi anafe mebie ahoma ne Richard obetima take this seat na me mo akwaba mo na mo ye so mo ye business people Richard, baby, I'm going there. Richard Amamu, Deputy General Secretary, the Ghana Union of Traders Association. Now, I have been here review, baby, you know, as I'm always used to, are they? The factor is being nominated.
Jerry, I know pay Mammy Chow, Nammy Chow Tea for you. Say, Yendi issues there, now your expectation, let's say, media review, no be cover. The high cost of doing business. Say, you be say policies be a high cost of doing business. No, about form. Now, no need expectation pa. But you can be you know. You who say and share that uncover sa nyama no. So we are now you expect to say at least taxes no. Yeah, you can say taxes na. Yeah, about be ama niama akosuru bebri ama cost niama bo aiden and today expect say you be review taxes no sa 3 taxes na e di ba na and manima akra na you say o me yefi ho be no ya ntehwe amfa ho say uhwe policy rate ni say policy rate na akosuru akọ 30%. Na expect say e be ba form because say policy rate no enya akosuru pe na che say affect interest rate. Now, ama access for finance, you know, I think. So you can't access skabia so would be juma. Importers be break, exporters be break. As I say, interest rate, you know, nebo I think. So we share inflation. So I say there will be a clear cut policy beer, a be more inflation perform because then we hear inflation I could do 42%. The best answer na ma purchasing power no sikana niama anka obetumi ato
ebi say no man
to sana man so obeto 3 and obeto 1.5 ebi kra ebi and do 1.5 kra we do 1 enti na ehwe say anka ye be TBB ebe fa ade ebe ma inflation so abafom aven so no ohwe ye currency depreciation na ye hwe say there will be some policy bia ebe ba ebe ma ye sikano ahonde na kosu but as you speak you know and also ya who some clear cut policy be efa ho and na eno na ha adwempa because niama ye crack di banya ye di cedi no ye di dollar no ye di dollar no na eto and say dollar no cedi na ho di ba form pa na just say open cedi bibiri na wo di akọ to niama we and e ba san so a ebeba cost build up no input no akosoro na cost nso a eno so ebema uniama bo ayeden eno nso no we are sit na ho de wo form nso a e ma ye freight na yetua nso yetua wo dollar
yeah
enti e ba so nso a na ma cost no akosoro won afi so ohwe a already no kra utilities
yeah
share utilities cry. Yeah, bread or utilities. Obia complaining about utilities. We talk about fuel and India kika home. Sanyama we nya na ye say media review no be cover. But and share that ya hu be policy to be a be ma sadi we about from. Na chief say e hard dream pa. Ama ye hu say ade a ye hwehwe no and share that anko here ho. Ye kan sisi kra na ye nim say ye di we hu abobo kra no dapo anso di need abefam why also increase
and we increase the charges
and sa niam we nyina no e ma we no enti ba sa wo hu say
the pressure about betom so
there is no way say niam prices no be ba form enti so prices no cost ru bebre so a ukokrom na okita niam yento enti ama ube faka ube to petrol na wako krom na waba usika kakra nso wo a odi bi so na che say happy enti sa niam we nyina e fi say media review no and share that and
capture ne okay Eti abanisano, how is it affecting you? They say, again, mobetimi are more as the business people. Na etimi aboa because already no musika due to the necrano I shrink it. That's what it. And I'm the depreciation of the AEC. What do we do?
That is why I can say idea at least we say no high because there is no way out. And I name say policy the buying at transit thinking say what we call say stakeholders meeting engagement if you say the ideas be bar and was say are buying to me factor because at the end of it all we are on the ground.
Yeah.
Well, and you be a book, and share that and high boy. And he say, you can be na you walk ground, you can be no one factor. Yeah, high. Ufa be to say VAT, I say my yet the ideas are buying, say, you was about 20 shops who are lining up. Now shop A, AG VAT, I register VAT.
Yeah.
Shop B, and register VAT. Why, Usha, what will happen? And as Scar say, I buying register yen Sika emba se bi emba guta ho. Ebe ko aban fotrum no aban de ayejuma. Oh, enti yen enye say ye ko trawa na ye che say, but the alternative we measures bi ba say aban so twa na ni no hwe sa na ma we no because we are on the ground. We yen na enim de ekoso wo market ho. But to the bia obetie ye be ko meeting ye answer na ye be ready media review or ye stick
and someone to sacra frame.
Yes,
no input am the call and
reflect
because one letter more one to sacra from
and reflect and idea high pass then what is the essence of those things? But notwithstanding no him say we are looking forward say he will still call us not this time around going to November I'll be presenting next year budget or be factor because idea here pass so one yes I didn't know 1 year I better do the same crown na you get 3 days say there kojoto
na just sacra
next year kojoto
yamoke is something also
serious because mansa obi to me back room 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, crown on tomb at the back one.
Yeah.
Now, so a be wall, okay, now to me tomb back one. Obeto me don't know what the back was sick. Oh, and yes, answer now gradually will sick and yes, she aneshi. So, loan be our year repayment. Obey then what ya. Oh, obey then what ya. Now, the end of it on loans are called G, all the collateral, who do dime be a year when I would cost hour. Then who the jeans are then what? And the idea ye cultural ban say you should look say say Jumagua. Why are you going to get the little taxes that you are also getting? Or they say Ninyana Gua, and just say Ninyana be boy and now.
Yeah.
And you will say all this shall be bar yen Jumano be tumpon. May Jumano tumpon there and so yet to me at your taxes number. No one ye be there put with Juma. Because at the end of it all, no, yen we are in to build this Ghana. Oh, that's it. And it's a policy by now afraid to for the cameras. For the cameras, now you go translate near Kasaya. Now at the end of it all, no one capture the air can now. One friend can say you. Oh, but at the end of it all, you hope say this time round. But taxes in the amani amaboy.
Taxes be announced by SMSB.
Buying.
It is really effective. Come on.
Hi, Papa. And yeah, no, first Ukrainian free. I'm on a new bar, now bar porter. Look at the variables, taxes. Look at tax bill of special levy. Almost 2% when the sun set. Up to the dada 50. John, His Excellency John Mama at time. Up to net sun and set. Oh, that's a COVID-19, and now you can say COVID-19 taxi. That's what you're doing. Oh, that's it. Because near maybe what if he say, I ban a bit to me. Now my so yeah, to me, a way out. But as we speak, it's difficult for us. Yes. Obi woha o niaman cry yento. Enti yento no obey anything. Niamani gu ha na ede na say. Ewo ha e bia wo so otiso no ton otiso no ton so a odi bank ka obey de no wagia ka obey de no wagia enti adwadie no bebi a ye do enhye da nye bete enhye da nye attractive be say obeka say we because say crime say banks to me buy ho say omukiteska yembra no mu wo tailored programs no yembra na yendi hu komo na yenje we but omuba no muka no mukọ because interest rate na nkasa eso
yes
and average between 40% to we dia na wo do be kwakoto a obeba ton a obenya hu na otumi atua lo
port hono sa paperless no e say
paperless no de eye adwuma paperless de eye adwuma but say de obi obeka che wo say digitalization ya no boa or I say a paperless no de eye adwuma but de me ye kan say senia omudi ahye system no eno na ebe collect ana
garbage out
definitely enti ni omudi ahye system no na eye adwuma say who do you we and as I say no crown because of high cost of doing business no ama import traffic no
above from
recently omo free a meeting say yembra na yendi nkita ho efa adienti a ama ye ka kire hom we told them all the essentials. A lot of importers are out of business today as we speak. Oh, they say, and because say be an import weigh 100,000 for 140 footer. Now and let's say 100,000 now or kitano. As of last year, say dollar near 6 cedis, and net dollar near almost 12 cedis. 11.5, 11 point we. Well, look at the additional CDI. It was already count and send over to me. I just have same container. Or they say, and to say 1 year as kana. Not just say was any okoto I didn't half and now less than half. Or they say, oko just half no so bad. Taxes also train was tax half now so port. Well. And at the year can ye ama imports no traffic number for my gapu ya where say this is the predicament at the port no. Ye who dientia was I can say without even unannounced.
One more increase on
difficult times no increasing on port charges. Now when you listen to the reasons are pathetic.
Almost said being
just say I mean, you can't see the head and the tail of the reasons. What I say? Oh, now omu fraying, no mudi transit, near dear Buan. Dear Becano, I saw my or my windy down. Oh, and shed on your papa and shed on why. Anti media review, ni dear. Oma can you? I drew parliament.
I say bits in your woman,
and here parliament. Say dear. Because the taxes on ya Nibian review taxes.
Okay.
What I say, or who clear cut policy be a bema sidina ahon de na kosoro. Ya who clear cut policy be a fa bema me say policy rate no aba form. Almost policy rate no mudi check inflation. Na de who the back one policy be kum another policy and I say what is it?
It's not just say exchange rate, regardless of whether the stability of woman, baby a done yet. It should come down.
Say baby a done.
Say Franco to Swan and Casim stabilize.
I don't know a night a war best 6.
Yeah.
And I prepared a call 15. And I started to say about 11. And I ho I say kakra and shed down cost through but I said let me say stabilizes baby kakra o dey say but answer na obe use sa a we no kra no udi sa the figure we koto ni amana na udi ba sa figure na no udi calculate duty wo port okay it is almost use sa figure na udi we are that same container udi utia duty utia asset last year no sa rate ni nsisan ye but esan say currency no aye weak anenti ebema wape more cedi na wo de akoye account and say na obetumi atu audit.
All right, me that same. How you need 100.9 Deputy General Secretary the Ghana Union of Traders Association on also technical and one more challenges sir. One more after the media review. of your fiscal year, and I say of your budget statement and economic policy 2023. Now, who say, and I'm going to say taxes and any idea. I'm good because I'm going to good for a day a year statement about bonds. Meanwhile, Guta were part of the stakeholders in preparation of the a year mid-year review. No, it's na and also it's a way a year challenge. What is the next step I'm going to take?
Oh, the next step, let's say,
yes,
we are still looking forward. Say they will still engage us. Say a bit transit, not the woman, yet near share that I further discussion because without that, no, and also a hard dream. Because you say no, your members no, they are not at peace at all. Say, Omufi say, young leaders no crano, yen shedan kasama womanade. Oh, they are say, and we are looking forward. Say, we'll have a serious engagement as soon as possible. And now, there was a detour on area too.
Right, but me call man so na ye discuss issues we bring also be chere wadu 03022435540 and 03022579002 me pa cho oban quick na yanko any issues in the eye can the person kind of quick na yanko because your time and all we have fast spent me pa cho match okay mami fa we match yes I you too yanko
yo Mr. Courtney the more can say Obia Beba 2024 Ghana for Pavilion. Obia no the more Mangana. They are part of this government. Can they get the president? Obia to carry the so big for Fatten. Obia to the picture, and that to TV so said Nipa was on a Mutakino. Let Tamuka. Let the party cool. Already part of the president. Canadian people to carry you so no didn't matter the fact of the mama. I asked you to call you about them. It is the
okay, may I say from Ram about your match? Yeah,
Joe.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I think I'll coupon show.
Okay.
Upon for the Omabekasa, Monday, the many points. Yes, sir. Ye founders day. Ye no, so the say, yeah, founders no, and it can for ye. Again, Akumapa, when yes, whatever more minor 2 points. And no necessary, ye, and Maria Kayoboy. I didn't know necessary, yes, so your money died. Now, yet me boy, no minor couldn't.
Let us say about your match.
Jerry.
Yes, sir. Yes, madam.
Tunji enka one of the
enka says you.
You founded na nanu a umbeji Ghana to my ne yomuda. Omunya be jamu bia ne senya menchira ma om. Omo be ye o mani ye ni omo de o mana process. Yakupon ka omunya na. Na my Jerry, me MPP contested omo contest ni na from Baumiao and Leo Kennedy on your mom na. Maybe I hope that the woman minister on another government agreement a big minister in account. Said you so more be papa or mayor and more government no kaya papa and not done for the government no. And come my yama in a yaho memo. But I'm banasa. It is almost the president and an omei sign in Asiana.
Let us say about your match. Match. Okay, I watch her. Hello? Hello? Okay, Madam was say. I had the yeah, hello?
Hello, you're right. My channel.
Yes, I hear you, uncle.
I'm young teaching you because I'm free fish. Now, you Mama baby vice president. You have the vice president. But I don't know who bless you. Only the media, top, no panic. Now, why not the president digitalization? Ayaduma. You about me up, I'm one home. Yeah, I done and real cry.
That's and I made a friend is your time, A country. Richard, so far, Ghana, you know my yabamo, Ghana for yabamo, Babetradi, a day assurance and about the mind. They say, how I move from the money at the idea, I'm a catcher again.
I see. Jerry, see, maybe I do not say, I was saying, you know, because ye kotoni amana. Esan say, ye dollar mu. Na free taxes na ban there. A day I was say you to me breaking even. Because 1 year answer usika ne be den e be hye. Na akoba say wajuma nso begu.
Okay.
Enti ye be kura mu kakra. I have to say new budget na beba.
Yeah, share the bit of free. But I don't know more expected say still engagements in the Becoso. Maybe now there is something that they can do about it before the presentation of the 2024 budget.
Engagement, they say as quickly as possible. No one say a issue statement.
Yeah.
And we are also doing a follow-up. Say we will have further engagement. And yes, so they are say a corner on one shed and you say before new budget and by all means there will be a serious engagement.
Okay.
And cosmetic. But sure said near a cano.
I'm a voter idea there.
Oh, she said, Yakoba say, the nipa bedi dear.
Consumables,
no, the way they are also you need it. But they say, me say, me to a microphone. Nipa did the also got to my about we are also thinking outside the box. Say we in year at the end of it at the end of it also
okay, but that's
it.
Richard Amamu, Deputy General Secretary, Ghana Union of Traders Association, which was executive president. Your friend is saying, Dr. Kwegobe and Wachanamai. Kadel, and then I catch Ghana from Honorable Ken Camp.
Yo, Gary.
Yes, sir.
I'm impending phobia. I'm not bullying. Has element me and chia. I mean, chia, Mr. Kumi. Only Kumi, you know, I can security.
Okay.
For an Polisuma. Michelle Munya, and they do him there. Yeah, walk do all your cook, pa, ya can. Yes, you are representing our hopa large into Michelle Munya. Near met me, I can't share Ghana for a chat one, say. Honorable Ken. Owusu ehunu sonko ne dadwen ne se all these years abanya akọ ya how kesi ya da bia na se etete Ghana man se be ya emabunu benya adwuma aye aban ni nyina ba promises na mo de baba at the end of the day wuntimi nje Honorable Ken wusu ehunu ya wahwehwe mu anso ehunu se oma wei ye ne aye dada setena ne ye dada ne oma ye nana no mfiri ase so omo ye no obetimi adanda nani entana me ka se uza hyase me ka se obo kwa me nkroma ne bia na mani gye ho utie nsem a na utie nsem no vision na utie nsem na chi a that means ya dey sombo so implementation no na kwa bibia ono abo ken se ono no waye practical man na sa ne oma we nyina no owo mu a waye bi wahye da waye afuo pen wo factories owo ne oma nyuma ahodo bibia a waye ya amana nya suahunu mapa ya wotutu kwan so akosua nneoma ebe boama Ghana ya sase bidie ene nneoma nkitinkiti bia ebetimi ayede aboama adwuma bu so wo so kwa brochiri mamu a abrochire sabe mprebiasa omo asase enye papa nchen yedie omo nneoma omo ye no enye papa nchen yedie so omo timi take advantage of nneoma etwa omo ho ahia aboa ye nneoma ma adwuma bu so ma ye nkra ye free ha ekokọ ye adwuma ho ade ntina ye to ma yi mu na se natural resources abuso asase asase bidie awoye bibia eyeye ewo ho na nso yete wo ne ntimi nya ne yoma mfa mwa ye ho ne yeda ache nti ono bo kan ani so ade hu se obeba ade ne atwa ye ho ahia no aba ye ne yoma bedan ne yoma ni abo ma Ghana fo ade so mfa so manchiri man so abedi so mfa so
beba then I'll try to nko
me da say abranti bi frɛ no say ono bo kan Japan wa isi wontumi ni president se eno so na yesi ye ka enkanya de agana ha obi abetime di president wa ha nti enye nu nti ne e bae nti de esra ne se ye de se ne ade ka di nkan no se de ye bompa ya ne so no bukne Japan ni penum a mpanimfo be yi o mo no onka ho
Obi Amsterdam was saying can show Onolampon so say Mark Jerry, this man is a very good communicator. Wow, I delve my heart for you. Also a teacher the amount. But I think you should also you should join the communication team because Honorable Kennedy will not win.
Communication team mumu dada.
Okay, anyway.
When we near Obi Obedim Kunimbia, I be support no but Obi win.
That's it. Bagu, and then also that's right. All right. Bagu, I don't know Tony Uncle.
And yet, say,
yeah, yes, sir.
Na me bra kan sem ba ko no na me ne nya adwen o say obia no o kasa se ne si ku for time no nti yen hwe ye kasa yi majeri onzo no is a crutch ni onye businessman enko obeti ase enko for na ye wo kroma ye wo ye kroma ya tete ya no yin mo bia abra ba wabo nti yen twen ama emre dodo a wo de banya aban mu position bepemo ne onye hwe no yen san fa kunya mehonsa na Ghana nye te se ne tie na majeri ya wo ma e wo kroma nti ye bibia ye dwensa uni wa ehun sunsuaso kasa ye kasa e kra no ehun sunsuaso bibire be affect ye ma nti ye dwensa ne ma ne nyina nti nipa na ombo ne ho moden no yemfa ne nsa ma Ghana emebre nti enu nti na ya na yehunu se nipa wi wa moden yewura te se majeri chia miwura kwa mijama me wo hwe lecturer amua hwe dwuma wa ye e de ato about 30 acres land wo de si factory na Eximbank poultry farm enye poultry farm ebi wo ekroma akra wo African mpo no wo hwe nkofu a abrofu ye besi Italians e besi poultry farm ya na aban se Eximbank money ska yetimi atam $20 million ama wuntumi enso ene obu se wuntumi aburu ba kokra wonya $12 million ba ko $8 million ba ko wanfa anya we na kwa mi jan pesika Eximbank fo atam sika na ade amo man kasa ho o mantimi ama papa ni sika ni otumi de wie factory ebebo oman no nti Mike yewura Kennedy de ne yesre Ghana for nse nipa no ne nsem woka mi se NDC nko mo sesa candidate awan hwe a ka me ko join wo mo boa wo because Mahama nkura wo ne hu na enwu ye na obi otimi ko to play na to ne so baako
okay but I say Kwaku thank you
you see
but I say
ka sa mo hwe ye so what do
but I say okay Alex Kwaku Tete a founder leader the mass citizen I Ghana C-Tech support camp Kadel Babeka ye ho ha na eye bempa OSEI bempa ono so babeka ye ho yede eye dwumadi yede bro earlier no what Professor Kofi Anoche nka Sarah so na good campaign for so ebe fia ha won so you were part of the show yada masemo amohwe mo amutie na holiday obi akwaso no di holiday ni kama na bibia ko emidi de Mark Jerry OSEI AGYEMANG DJ Fletch eba be take over obebo nwom no wajejew na jese wa ma holiday ni mwayo de year pa yakopon endomin shiro bibia yeah sorry the DJ Fletch take over
ya no me bibrime ye nya ko fatu yesuo etu esi be mabo okunkunim ko fa ejina ne so akwara paadi kokwe hu ededa mana ekire no ye ne adehia mra kroma dansidi fo mehwe kasemu kira wa